Imagine a world where the most reviled class is the one that holds the keys to eternal life, and you have been thrust into it with nothing but a broken spirit and a system that demands blood for every point of health restored. You are an immortal healer, a paradoxical existence where your own vitality is infinite, but your ability to save others comes at a terrifying cost. But when you discover that being zero isn't just a starting level, but a strategic blank slate that allows you to bypass the rigid class restrictions of the system, you realize that power isn't about following the meta, it's about breaking it through grit, ingenuity, and superior tactics. Welcome to Immortal Healer Zero to Overpowered, the first pulse-pounding, atmospheric, and deeply strategic installment in Pierce Mellow's LitRPG saga. If you love healer protagonist tropes, unconventional progression, and stories that explore the sheer, unadulterated thrill of watching a protagonist master a hostile world through grit, ingenuity, and superior tactics, this audiobook will completely consume you. It is a masterclass in speculative fiction, blending the visceral crunch of tactical combat with the profound weight of moral choice. The narrative kicks off with our protagonists awakening in a dangerous dungeon, thrusting them into a race against time to understand their unique abilities before they are consumed by the very monsters they are meant to heal. The atmosphere is thick with the scent of ozone and blood, the static of encrypted comms, and the creeping dread of knowing that every decision could branch into a timeline where they are erased from existence. Mellow excels at capturing the psychological toll of isolation, making every tactical maneuver, every resource allocation, and every narrow escape feel like a high-stakes gamble, where the price of failure is not just death, but eternal servitude to the system. At the core of the book's massive appeal is its spectacular support carry trope and the brilliant asymmetric warfare dynamic. This isn't just about casting spells, it's about understanding the complex ecology of party dynamics, managing limited resources, and using human ingenuity to outsmart enemies who rely on brute force and superior numbers. Watching the protagonist reverse engineer enemy strategies, craft overpowered gear from rare drops, and completely shock arrogant elites with unconventional, trap-heavy tactics is incredibly satisfying. The audiobook narration brings the visceral impact of the combat and the satisfying, chiming ding of a massive level up to life, making every milestone feel like a hard-earned victory. But beyond the stats and the slaughter, the soul of Immortal Healer lies in its characters and the heavy burden of memory. The protagonist isn't just a cold, calculating gamer. They are a deeply human individual struggling to maintain their humanity in a system that views them as data. They quickly form bonds with a beautifully dysfunctional found family of fellow survivors who help them navigate the treacherous waters of the new social order. The banter is razor-sharp, providing much-needed levity as their squad watches them casually calculate the damage output of a coordinated strike. Their unbreakable trust provides the emotional grounding needed when the world starts throwing literal world-ending threats their way. As the plot accelerates towards its climax, the pacing becomes utterly breathless. A major conspiracy or a rival faction's assault forces the protagonist to push their abilities to their absolute limits. The finale is a spectacular display of tactical brilliance, overwhelming magical firepower, and raw, unbridled ingenuity. The protagonist doesn't just survive the assault, they completely shatter the local power scaling, using a ridiculous, highly technical combination of skills and crafting to turn the enemy's ultimate attack into a mere stepping stone. The payoff is spectacular, delivering a massive dopamine-fueled victory that proves the most dangerous class in the system isn't the one with the biggest sword. It's the one who understands the rules better than anyone else. Immortal Healer Zero to Overpowered is a triumph of the lit RPG and fantasy genres. It is smart, action-packed, and unapologetically addictive. Pierce Mellow has crafted a debut that perfectly captures the thrill of breaking the apocalypse with a stat sheet and a strategy guide. Plug in your headphones, check your stats, and join the climber. The system is live, but his future is bright.